Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Inner Conquest, the world's greatest modern metaphysics channel. I'm your host, Jacob Edens, and today we're going to be discussing how to program your body for success, okay? So let's dive right into this because we're not newbies here. We're here to understand reality and how to conquer it, i.e., while you're on the channel, Inner Conquest. Very cool, right? See what we did there? So, when you think about your body, right, you have to understand that there is a dynamic interplay that inserts you into your body through what is called a toroidal field in your heart, which is essentially a magnetic field that glues you into the body, right? So when people talk about, the body being the prison for the soul, etc., what that essentially means is that in this place, right, you're keyed down, to use a Neville Goddard term, meaning that if you go into a lucid dream or you do an out-of-body experience, you're physical, but you have no limitations. So you can think things into existence and they pop up, right? So when you're here, you're still the same being, but you're encased in a body, right, that is essentially like a governor for your power, okay? So as you begin to realize that you're not your body, but you have a body that's physical, this body that you could call the physical body, which is actually less physical than your actual real body, is like a glove that you wear all the time, okay? This thing is filled with what you could call distortions, meaning that it is, you could say, corrupted, or it has different, it's kind of like if you have like a super high-powered software, which is you, and then you go into a body that has, or a computer that has like a bunch of malware in it, right? Like the computer, if it was running perfectly, would have no problem processing the data and information, but because of all the malware, it slows you down, you get brain fog, you get fatigue, etc., right? So you out-govern your body in many ways. You want to do something, but you're limited by the body affects, right? Like I want to fly right now, but fucking whatever. So when you're understanding that, you want to understand that energy and vibration is an aspect of reality that's worth understanding because everything in terms of dimensional spaces is frequency keyed, meaning that when you tune into something, right? Hey, tune into what I'm saying. You're focusing your awareness on a bandwidth of energy and information that resonates at a specific frequency, okay? So once you understand frequency, you understand additionally that you are magnetic through this toroidal field that is physically, you've ever seen somebody and you're like, dude, they're so hot. Like, oh my God, I'm so attracted to that person, right? That magnetic aspect of them is calibrated to you and you to them. So you have this magnet effect, right? So when you understand that everything's frequency and vibration on a base metaphysical contextual level, then you understand that you're magnetic in the fact that you're glued into this body. You can also start to play with different aspects of how your body expresses and functions itself to take off some of the governors that limit your capacity to utilize your body and limit your effectiveness at creating a reality, right? Because if you have a vision, but every single time you're walking around, you can't even think straight because of brain fog, then, it's like, it sucks. You can still get it done, but it's like you're using a computer from the 90s to do a Word document that could be done on a $200 laptop immediately. So what you want to understand is that when you do affirmations, what you are doing is you're reiterating frequencies of being. So when I say, I'm sad, that's a bandwidth of frequency that I am identifying with and programming into my magnetic field, okay? So when you think, you want to be conscious of the way that you think and the way that you feel, right? So mastering thought and emotion allows you to target the sector of reality that you want with a thought, and then the vibrational quality of that thing is expressed through what you could call emotion, right? So it feels a lot different when somebody's in love with you versus when somebody hates you, right? Those are two different bandwidths of frequency that express themselves based on their attunement. So when you are foundationally fixing or healing your body to essentially expand its tactical capabilities in this reality, you are looking at shifting what I would call the dominant frequencies within which your electromagnetic field is resonating at, okay? The highest frequencies that you can have in your field, number one, is unconditional love, because that's pure potential love, right? It's just the source of creation before it has been conditioned into anything, meaning that it is just raw power, right? It's raw love, it's raw power, right? See it, you're like, oh my God, it's amazing. Unconditional love. Boom, core frequency number one, okay? Number two, authenticity. Because if you are only accountable to yourself and who you want to be, you don't put power into other things. I am the way I am because I want to be this way, right? You take your power back through authenticity and you honor what you could call your unique soul expression and your creatorship over being able to be who you want to be because you want to be it, right? Very powerful. Third is integrity, right? Doing things within integrity. Because as you get within integrity, what you understand is that building things in integrity builds things much more foundationally strong. If I build a business with a bed of snakes, we might make some money immediately, but it's going to be a bunch of fucking snakes all the time, right? It's like not going to last that long. So integrity, doing things in integrity, is structurally building things to last. Really, really good, solid, fair deals. Everybody's getting what they want. Everybody's happy. You can continue that, right? So having integrity builds strong foundation. Unconditional love is uncapped potentiality and power. And then you have authenticity, which is your directive to run your life the way that you see fit, right? You don't externalize your power with anything else. So as you reiterate and reaffirm these things into your field, you are boosting your magnetic field to its highest frequency potential, okay? What that does is it starts to push out all of the other bullshit. So if you have fears, you have doubts, they're calibrated at a certain frequency. But as you build your dominant thought process to align with unconditional love, authenticity, and integrity, your point of attraction changes so drastically that those things can literally no longer be harbored in your energy system. You have what around you is called a dimensional field. So when you go into your dream state, you are in your dimensional field. That's why if you have like a stormtrooper chasing you, you're like, what is going on, dude? You're creating that reality real time. You're just unconscious of you creating that reality. So that's why you have, scary, spooky stuff, or maybe you have randomization, right? It's just whatever's harbored through your dominant thought processes are in your field, okay? So number one is getting those 3 electromagnetic circuits aligned in your field, because that's going to push out all of the stuff, right? And as you harmonize at these higher frequencies, you're going to look more symmetrical. You're going to have way more energy. You're going to be able to think clearly, and you're going to be able to do what you want to do, because those 3 things build perpetual freedom, okay? If you have a fear-based electromagnetic field, it's going to bring you all sorts of things that are telling you you're limited and you can't do things, right? It's like, if you feel depression, everywhere you look, everything looks great, right? So you got to change that internal beingness to calibrate to one of essentially being what you want, right? And those 3 frequencies will basically nullify everything else. So as you commit to reaffirming that you are those things and you actually become someone who has that energy signature, now everything opens up, because you don't have that fear anymore. It literally can't touch you, right? It's like you have a ball of energy around you, and someone's like afraid, and you're like, that's dumb. Why don't we just fix it, right? So as you build a stronger energy field, your magnetic propensity to magnetize what you want to you becomes much, much greater, okay? Now, as you begin to get your core foundations right, then you simply think 4th dimensionally as if you have what you want now, okay? Without fear and doubt stopping you, you're able to magnetize and create reality much, much faster and easier, right? If you have a lot of fear and you have a lot of doubt, the way that you deal with that at first is you disidentify with it, and then you reiterate who you are from that base magnetic frequency standpoint, right? This is what you would call energetic field work. You're changing the vibrational quality of your energetic space and or field. And the best part about it is that your body responds to these higher frequencies, and that When you start thinking this way, things like chronic stress will be pushed out of your body. Most of the aging process is due to stress. So you get a trauma. Oh, he called me a mean name, and you never fucking deal with it or whatever, right? And so you hold all of this stress in your body, right? You hold these pockets of like, my liver from drinking, right? Whatever. You hold all of these different stressors in your body, and then before you know it, you're 90 and you're all fucked up and you're like this. Kill me. Okay? Don't get to that point. When you build an energetic field that is super healthy, all of that shit gets pushed out of you. So you can go through what are called purging processes, because in the same way, if I have a dirty vase of water with dirt water in it, gross, and I start pouring super good purified water into it, what happens? Well, the dirt water and the purified water start to push out of it. But as I keep pouring it in, what happens? Boom, now it's all crystal clear, baby, and you're so good to put plants in it, okay? So as you put in good information, as you mental diet on these higher frequencies, not even higher, the highest, I am unconditional love, I am authenticity, I am integrity. Hammer that shit in. It pushes out everything. And dude, it can feel like you're dying sometimes because you have stresses that you've had for 10, 20 years, and they're no longer compatible with you. So they'll kind of go in your face like this for a second, but you hold fast and you go, nope, I'm this. And then they push out and they're gone forever. The issue with quote unquote healing a lot of the times is if you don't get that frequency vibrational pattern out of your body, you can use all of the topical ointments. You could put on the lotions. You could put on the pills. You can do whatever you want. But that vibrational imprint in your magnet field is going to keep magnetizing shit to you all the time. So you have to change that energetic grid to really be super legit from a base standpoint. And then you layer on the specifics of what you want. And then you walk around like a king or queen with what you want being magnetized to you all the time. So it's super legit. It's badass. So I know you guys enjoyed the video. Check the link tree for coaching if you want to do one-on-one coaching with me. And the most important thing I have to say today is go conquer. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.